back to, I don't know why I always do that. Let's try this again. Hey, so welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. I appreciate you being here and spending some time with me on this journey. As you can tell, if you, well, first of all, if you watched the last video, my fitness journey, I kind of prefaced that we are going to be doing this series, and I'm so excited because I've honestly been thinking about doing this for a while, not competing, but doing the series for a while. So I'm like super excited, and as you can see in the title, I named this series Believe. I put a lot of thought into that, honestly, and I will totally explain that to you, but I just wanted to hop on here because today is the day before prep starts. I'm going to show you today. Whoops. If my phone cooperates. Okay, so today is Sunday, January 26th. Tomorrow officially starts prep. So, yeah, I just wanted to like hop on here and just let you know, I guess that we're starting the series. I don't know. Sorry I'm so awkward. I promise I'll get better at this. I've said that before and I feel like I still haven't gotten any better, but I am trying to commit to doing one video a week. I really want to, so the whole reason I'm doing this series, one, honestly, it's going to help me with accountability so much. But two, like the big reason that was placed on my heart to do this was because I know competitors out there or, you know, coaches out there aren't going about competing in the healthiest of ways. And so I also know there's a lot of people who look at competing and they want to do it because honestly it's a growing sport, and I think that's so awesome. I think social media has really like put a lot of light onto the sport. However, the sport gets a lot of bad rep, and honestly I've heard it a lot. Like just the other day, two of my coworkers, I was just like talking to them and told them I was starting prep. They had no idea I competed, and literally both of them I'm not even exaggerating this, both of them were like, oh, I know somebody who competed and that sounded miserable, or oh yeah, they were, you know, they couldn't have any sodium or something with their water or X, Y, and Z, like all these crazy approaches that people take with competing, and I don't agree with it. To an extent, yes, you know, you are getting really strict in certain areas of your nutrition and stuff, but you should never be compromising your health, your future health. A lot of women, you know, they experience amenorrhea, they experience thyroid dysfunction on some degree, and they experience hair loss, metabolism destruction. Like, there's a lot that goes into it, and like, these are very long-term things. It's not like a short-term thing where it's just going to go away. Like, some women literally put themselves in a position to put themselves into infertility. So, you know, I just really kind of want to be here to show you, yes, prep is hard. Yes, this is super challenging. This is a very extreme side of fitness. I love it. I'm in love with the sport. I told you guys that in the last video. Make sure you go check that out. But I just want to show you, like, you can be extremely competitive, you could do really well in the sport, and you do not have to go to those lengths of compromising your health or your future. And I don't think that's worth it. I do not think like stepping on stage for a couple minutes is worth all of that risk. So I really want to show you guys, you know, what it's like, what the eating is like, my training. Honestly, my training, it's going to be pretty repetitive, but I will definitely try to show you as much as I can. And just like any struggles that come up, and you know, I still have my life going on. I still am sitting here working right now. I just, whoops, hold on. I just finished up working, doing some client check-ins, doing some content planning, all that good stuff. And I am about to make, I'm actually meal prepping tomorrow because today was a pretty busy day for me. And Mondays are kind of like my Sundays because I work night shift through the week. So yeah, I'm gonna meal prep tomorrow. Tonight, we are going for the Last Supper, which you will see in the next clip. I also wanted to add really quick before I show you the Last Supper and what I mean by the Last Supper. So I was anticipating Coach's updates all day in my FitnessPal, in Trainer Eyes, and I was like, okay, bring on the cardio, let's do this. And I'm so happy to say that we are going to be going at least 2 weeks without cardio. So that is very different for me because my first prep, I was like 12 weeks out. I think I did a 12-week prep, 11 or 12 weeks. And the same thing for my second show. And so I didn't give myself a whole lot of room to do anything but go balls to the walls, basically, the whole entire time. And so my metabolism also is in a much better spot. We are 17 weeks out and my metabolism is up here. Sorry, I have the door open. It's almost February in Texas and it was like 60, almost 70 degrees out. I'll take it. But anyways, so my metabolism is like all the way up here now and we have much more room to work with. So cardio is going to be like the last tool that we use to shed body fat, because cardio will make you somewhat catabolic and will kind of burn some muscle tissue, and the whole point of prep is to, I'm trying to burn fat and maintain my muscle as much as humanly possible. And so if you go balls to the walls right off the bat when we have 17 weeks, we won't have much wiggle room towards the end if I'm still not where we need my body to be, basically, to compete. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, so no cardio. I am training 6 days a week. I will show you what that split is like. He did switch it up. Usually Mondays are still glutes. I think he switched up my upper body days, and then we have like a full body day. I have to look at it a little bit more, to be honest. But I'm just really excited because we're going to see how my body responds to no cardio in full transparency. So, all right, I'm not going to tell you guys specific numbers with like my calories and my macros because I don't want someone who might be like super impressionable, I guess, to come across this video and take my macros and use it for them and think that they're going to work for them, because my macros are my macros and they will not work for you. I've said that before, but I want to just reiterate because it's the truth. So yeah, my macros were, the goal was to get my calories up around 2,000, and that's where we're at. So 2,000 was like a surplus for me, I will tell you that. I know there are some girls who are like they're like eating 3,000 calories and still kind of like maintaining and building muscle. Maybe one day my metabolism will be there, probably not, just because that's the way I am, but it's in a much better place than it ever was before, so I'm very excited because also my first 2 preps I had to get down to very, very low calories and doing a lot of cardio to get where I was, so that's another reason why we took a year off, was to, again, build my metabolism. So, although Coach had my calories set, let's say around 1800-ish, I'll give you an average. I was basically eating like 200 calories more a day because, so in improvement season and off season, I definitely wasn't being as strict. Like I was still eating the same amount, training harder than I ever trained before. Seriously, harder. Lifting a lot more weight, but I was definitely I'm not a big drinker, but there were nights where maybe I had a couple drinks that I didn't track, or maybe I didn't weigh out all my chicken or my coconut oil or whatever. Like, so I was just, you know, fully transparent with him. We've been working together for 2 years, and I just told him, I was like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've definitely not been tracking precisely. I've definitely been overeating this whole time, which is fine because that means my metabolism is in a better spot than we thought it was. So that's awesome. So my calorie cut is actually the calories that I was supposed to be on this whole time, like the past like 2 months, which is the highest amount of calories I've ever been on. So that's awesome. No cardio and good macros means lots of food. I won't feel, I don't know, like prep is starting tomorrow and it doesn't even feel like prep because my experience before was like extreme. So I will let you know when things change, but right now I'm going to go. I have an ARBONNE team meeting in 12 minutes. We do like a little team huddle, and our trainings, mindset trainings, are awesome. So I'm gonna put that on while I make my healthy Reese's peanut butter cup treats, which I'm gonna share on Instagram tomorrow. So you'll see that on Instagram before this video goes live. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. And then we're gonna go have the Last Supper. Huh? You know what? I don't know where we're going yet. I still have to look. Steven's gonna be home in like an hour, and I have to get dressed. I'm just gonna go like this because I don't care, because it's Sunday night and I just want a margarita. That's all I know. I love margaritas. So yeah, chilling with the fam right now. This is Chloe. Chloe is our itty bitty kitty. She's our evil cat. Hi, baby. Hello. Oh, hello. She's not much of a lover. So she's the baby. She is just a little over a year. You guys have seen my animals before, maybe. This is Sadie. Sadie, say hi, baby. Sadie's Steven's dog. We got her in college. She is about 5.5. She's our bird hunting dog. And then we've got my babe, Maya, who I've been watching her like a hawk and trying not to stress too hard, but have been stressing. She just had a grand mal seizure last Monday. It's been a week. So she had one when she was 9 months old. She's about 3.5 now. So big gap there in between seizures, so they're not like worried about epilepsy, but God, is that scary. Whoa, Chloe just like scared me, but it's very scary to be in that position where you can't do anything to help them, and it's honestly heart-wrenching to go through that. Here's Fiona. Yes, hi Fifi. Hello Fiona. She was our first, come here. Okay, she's not having it. She was our first cat, and we have another cat. Oh, here she is. Yes, I have 5 animals. I don't have kids, but I am a crazy fur mama. This is Gracie. So this is, don't mind my laundry. I just did laundry. It's a mess. Hi. Okay, she's not gonna look, but that's Chloe's mom. So we adopted them together because they were bonded at the SPCA where we adopted them. So, okay. Enough about that. Let's go to the Last Supper. Okay, I know the lighting in here is awful right now because it's dark outside and our apartment has crap lighting. But I had more time than I thought before Steven got home and we went to have the Last Supper. So I actually got dressed. So I decided to prep some treats to keep me through the week, just to kind of like grab if I don't like time my meals right. So I'm really trying, I told you guys I'm like trying to do completely clean eating, no alcohol, no nothing. Like I have big goals, so I'm really embodying the be do have. So if you don't know what that is, comment below. I'm all about be do have. So yeah, so normally I would only eat honestly like 3 times a day, but I'm trying to aim for like 4 to 6 times a day, and all clean eating. So I'm really trying to adjust my schedule to that. So I love, love, love making like sweet little treats to hit my cravings and that are really low calorie, low macros, so that I can kind of just have a nice little treat. And I made healthy Reese's peanut butter cups, obviously not like the regular brand, but it is so easy and so quick. So it's in the freezer right now. I'm gonna show you guys. Literally, well, they're not fully done yet. Obviously you can see like that one is not frozen yet. And there's 23 of them. I gotta put them back in the freezer. Okay, so anyways, these are the ingredients. Oh my gosh, hold on. I'm struggling here. Okay, so these are the literal like 3 ingredients. That's it. This is so freaking easy. It just only took me like 15 minutes to make those. So it's literally just coconut oil, and I always get USDA stamp organic, because if you do not, if you get something that says organic and it doesn't have like the USDA stamp on it, actually its contents, I forget the exact percentage, but it could be, I think upwards of 70% of it won't even truly be organic. Maybe I have that backwards, but it's something crazy like that. It's just very important to look for the USDA stamp on your organic food, and I always try to eat completely organic. This one does not have the USDA stamp on it, actually, now that I'm looking, but it's supposed to be gluten-free, non-GMO, palm oil free, and yeah. So an important thing with like any type of nut butter is I stay away from peanut butter, just because peanuts they tend to bother me. So what you want to do is when you're looking at this, you want to look at the ingredients. So this only has almonds, cashews, sunflower oil, which is really good for you, clover honey, chia seeds, flax seeds, and sea salt. Like, those are all very great ingredients. And I don't know if you knew this, but when you're looking at a product, the first 4 ingredients is the bulk of what the product is made of. Just a little tip there. But this is almond cashew butter, because I like cashew butter more than almond butter, but this is the other ingredient. And then Arbonne's chocolate flavored protein. So I'm going to show you guys. Let me move my phone. So this is like how I break it down, and then I'll show you how I put it into my Fitness Pal. But literally each one of those are only 61 calories. This is why I love making my treats, because they're usually like less than 100 calories and they're usually really good. So what I did was I wrote down as I was going, because I wasn't sure how many little like cupcake things I was gonna fill. So I ended up using 13 servings of coconut oil, and you literally just put that in a bowl, melt it in the microwave, and then you add the chocolate protein. So it was 2 servings, and then I just wrote down like their macros and their calories. So what you do is you fill the little cup up halfway with this mixture, the coconut oil and the protein. You put it in the freezer for like 10 minutes. You bring it out, and then I melted 3 servings of the cashew almond butter, and I just dolloped like an even amount in all of them. And then you put the rest of the chocolate and coconut oil on top to cover up the peanut butter, and that's it. That's what you saw. So it's very, very simple. They're really, really good. And then this is just my math breakdown. Like, I broke down the macros and the calories. You just add it all up, and then you divide by how many cups that you made. So I have 23 little chocolate peanut butter cups there, and it equivalates to 2.5 carb, 4.5 fat, 2.5 protein. Literally like 60 calories for those quick little treats. the bun looks disgusting on that side. That's not the aesthetic side. That is. And this freaking mark. What is this called? This is Captain Bahama Mama. So it's got Captain Morgan rum, Malibu coconut, something else, pineapple juice, and orange juice. It's honestly really good. And I'm probably gonna catch a buzz because I've never drank. So, good morning, friends. Happy first day of prep. So, this is where I mark down my weights for the week, and we're starting this prep super high, but I did gain 15 pounds of muscle in a year, so we have to keep that in mind. My stage weight, the first show was like 118 and my second show was like 120, so that is just a number. At first it did bother me a little bit, but Coach is amazing and just reminded me, which I know this, but sometimes you have to hear it from someone else, especially your coach, is that this number doesn't really mean much right now. So that's where we're at. Let's go make breakfast. Okay, so I am actually off to the chiropractor this morning. It's 10 a.m. So heading to the chiropractor now. I'll come back. Steven's leaving for work. I'm gonna get some work done and then hit the gym for my first prep workout. Today is glutes, so I'm planning on recording. I don't think LA Fitness allows cameras, but I could use my phone. So I'm gonna use my phone to record that workout and put it in here. So the next clip that you should probably see, and I think it's gonna be the final clip. I think I'm gonna do, like, I said I'm trying to commit to 1 video a week, but some weeks maybe there will be 2, but at a minimum 1 video a week. But yeah, so the chiropractor to me is super important because I actually struggled with chronic neck and back pain for 3 years, which really started mostly when I began my ultrasound career, because I was constantly having repetitive motion on my right shoulder, and so I would get like such bad pain where I would have to drive home like this. Like I would have to drive home with this arm behind here and just like stretch it out. And so I had to go do physical therapy, and they said I had scapular winging, scapular dyskinesia, which basically meant like when I move my arms, my shoulders aren't in the correct place, I guess, to move around. And then I saw an orthopedic surgeon and he disagreed with that. Or no, I'm sorry, he was the one who sent me there. And then I saw a chiropractor, he disagreed with that. I saw so many chiropractors, spent so much money on all that. And then I finally found one that was like, we got an MRI and everything, and turned out I was born with what's called Arnold-Chiari malformation. And that affects the atlas of your spine, which is the very first vertebrae that basically allows us to move our head back and forth. And so the reason I was having so much pain is because that was literally malrotated. Like, it was pretty scary. After 3 years of chronic pain, me and this chiropractor finally figured out what was going on. He did 1 atlas adjustment and I walked out of there bawling my eyes out, because for the first time in 3 years I didn't feel that pain. So I go to the chiropractor on a very regular basis because of my job, because I think everybody should go to the chiropractor because your nervous system affects everything, even like digestion, your skin, your everything. So absolutely. And my hips, because I lift a lot and I lift heavy most of the time, my hips also go out easily, so one will be higher than the other. But I feel really good. I haven't gone in like 2.5 weeks and I feel really good, so probably gonna bump that. Depends on how prep goes, depends on how my body feels. Like, I'm gonna try to just go back to once a month. I had to take some time off when I had surgery back in July because I couldn't lay on my stomach, so I didn't go to the chiropractor July, August, September. I started going again in October, I believe. So yeah, we're in a really good spot. And so I'm gonna go get my adjustment. I love Dr. Erin. She is amazing at Apex Wellness Center in Dallas, Texas. She is amazing. I like the manual manipulation, so she cracks the shit out of my spine, and I just always feel really, really good. And I'm also always working on my posture as well, so going to a chiropractor helps. So I gotta go, otherwise I'm gonna be late. So yeah. Okay, so I'm actually early, which is, it's been something I was working on all of 2019 because I used to always be late, like no matter what. Like I was late to my own wedding. But so that's been something I'm working on. So yay for me, because I'm early, only by like 5 minutes, but I'm gonna go in and try to like sign in early. But I thought I would take a second to kind of just explain to you what Arnold-Chiari malformation, or I usually just say Chiari malformation, what it actually is. That's not the main reason I go to the chiropractor. However, it's something very important to know about my body that is a part of my adjustments. But honestly, ultrasound has been the main culprit for why I have to go to the chiropractor. And also, our society now is always on our phones. We're looking down or doing computer work, or just maybe leaning on one hip more than the other. Yeah, like when I first started going to the chiropractor, my spine looked like a swivel. So I just really like to take care of myself from the inside out, truly. And so basically with Chiari malformation, it's actually a very common condition, and you're born with it. And basically, you know, obviously there's less severe cases and of course more severe cases, and I'm kind of like on the lesser side. It's very moderate. Again, I have to go see a specialist to make sure that this isn't going to cause problems later in life, because usually it does manifest more issues later in life. However, I do have a friend who has kind of like a more severe condition, and she has to take medication because she gets really bad headaches, and she will get like dizziness and lightheadedness and all of that. So basically what it is it's when your brain tissue, specifically the cerebellum, because the cerebellum is back here in the back at the base of your skull, it's when that gets pushed through the opening in your skull and it actually goes down into the spinal canal. So I know that sounds scary, but it's actually like, if you have a severe condition, then you will probably get surgery. I actually have a coworker who got surgery for it because she had a very severe condition. Didn't even know until she was like in her 30s, but they had to cut her skull and basically like cut off some of the tissue. It's kind of weird, kind of gross. She showed me her scars, and I'm just so blessed that I don't have a severe condition. I'm thankful that we learned about it now and not later in life, and just have a surprise like, hey, you need brain surgery kind of thing. So I'm very, very grateful and blessed for that. But yeah, it's like basically maybe, you know, from the research I've done, maybe your skull is just a tad too small and the tissue just kind of protrudes out. So that's what that's about. But I'm gonna go in here so I can still be early. I got 1 minute to fly in here and still be early. So let's go do it.
17:30, I'm like, hey, what's up, hello? Sent your pretty ass soon as you came in the door. I just wanna chill, got a sack for us to roll. Married to the money, introduced her to my stove. Showed her how to whip and now she remixing for low. She my track queen, let her hit the bando. We be counting up, watch how far them bands go. We just set a goal, talking matching Lambos. At 56 a gram, from 100 grams though. Man, I swear I love her, how she with the tempo. Hit the strip club, we be letting bands go. Everybody hate her, we just call them fans though. At 56 a gram, from 100 grams though. Everybody hate her, we just call them fans though. I ain't never letting go. I'm like, hey, what's up, hello? She my track queen, let her hit the band, we be counting up, watch how far the bands go. We just like, hey, what's up, hello? Sent your pretty ass soon as you came in the door. I just wanna chill, got a sack for us to roll. Married to the money, introduced her to my stove. Showed her how to whip and now she remixing for low. She my track queen, let her hit the bando. We be counting up, watch how far the bands go. We just hit a go, talking about your Lambos. At 56 a gram, from 100 grams low. Man, I swear I love her, how she work the damn pole. Hit the strip club, we be letting bands go. Everybody hate who we just call them bands though. In love with the money, I ain't never like.